What's up, everybody? Stephen A. Smith in the house with my latest podcast. Let me get right to it. Don't have any time to play games. Got a lot of stuff going on. Before I even get into the draft stuff, let me first give my kudos once again to the San Antonio Spurs. Class personified, classy organization, very, very deserving of all the success that they've had, winning 3 world championships in the last 8 years, etc. Now they pull off a heist, similar to what the Los Angeles Lakers did a couple of years ago in acquiring Pau Gasol for Kwame Brown, the ultimate scrub. Yes, I'll call him a scrub because it's true, even though I don't want to be disrespectful, but that's what it is. He's a scrub, okay? It's plain and simple, hasn't done anything, 7 feet tall, bad hands, bad feet, bad everything. What do you want me to say? Anyway, with that being said, they got Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson, a guy that has done so much in this league. I don't know if you know him on a personal level, but he's a great, great guy. He's a stud athlete. Never had the greatest jump shot in the world, but definitely improved upon that this season, shooting more than 39%, or shooting better than 39% from three-point range this year. He deserves a lot of credit for that. Shot 43% from the field, played all 82 games, averaged 19.6 points. We know he's 6'7". We know he's an athlete. We know that he's a stud, okay? And if you're the San Antonio Spurs, he's exactly what you needed, simply because Manu Ginobili has been brittle, to be honest. He has not been 100% healthy. You've got Tim Duncan, you've got Tony Parker. Manu Ginobili's healthy. Remember, things may have been different. I'm not saying they would have beaten the Lakers, but they certainly wouldn't have gotten bounced out in the first round by the Dallas Mavericks. I can assure you of that. So now that you've got Richard Jefferson, you've basically got an insurance policy if Manu Ginobili gets hurt. If he's healthy, you have a 4th scorer. Now, they've got to address their issues on the front line, but the bottom line is TD, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Richard Jefferson, please. This definitely elevates San Antonio's stock. It makes them a bit younger because even though a lot of people consider them age-old veterans, the reality is that Richard Jefferson is just 29 years of age. A lot of mileage on his body because he's used to success, even though he hasn't enjoyed it in recent memory because of the teams he's played on, still played all 82 games over the past 2 years, averaging nearly 20 points a game. Give the boy his props. He deserves it. He's a guy that played in the NBA Finals twice. He's an individual that can help any team out. And I predict him playing alongside Tim Duncan. Kobe and them are certainly not a lock to go back to the NBA Finals. I can assure you of that. So let me just throw that out the way. Again, props to the San Antonio Spurs. They deserved a lot of credit for that. Also, a little bit of props to Ernie Grunfeld, president of basketball operations, Washington Wizards. We all know who he is. They had a deplorable season. They finished 19-63. They were just 1-15 in their own division, 10-42 in the Eastern Conference. They were pathetic. We all know that, mainly because Gilbert Arenas was not healthy. But he's expected to be healthy. But this is the beauty of the deal that Ernie Grunfeld ended up making. By basically acquiring Randy Foye and Mike Miller from the Minnesota Timberwolves in exchange for essentially 3 expiring contracts. Or really just saving yourself money, because all of those guys are not expired. Etan Thomas is in the last year of this deal. We know that. We definitely know that. Etan Thomas is in the last year of this deal, making about $7.3 million this year. This kid, Alexei, he's got 2 years left on this deal, but that's less than the minimum contract as far as I'm concerned. You just look at these guys and you say, what is Ernie Grunfeld doing? Well, number one, he's got an insurance policy in case Gilbert Arenas goes in. Now, Randy Foye is not Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas is a stud when healthy, and he plays big time in pressure moments. But still in all, he can get it done. If you got Gilbert Arenas on the bench, who did you have replacing him? If he was hurt, you had Mike James. Please, give me a break. I like Mike, but he's beyond his prime. You got Randy Foye, young stud, can get it done. He can fill in. If he's not, If Gilbert Arenas is not injured and he is healthy, then you got Randy Foye coming off the bench. Or you could have them at a 1-2. You just never know. Even though Caron Butler is your 2 or 3 and Antoine Jamison can play your 3 or 4. You can go small, have all of them on the court at the same time. Plus, remember, he acquired Mike Miller as well, who's one of the better pure shooters in the game. So I think the Washington Wizards helped themselves. They still desperately need a big man. In an ideal world, I would love for them to have been able to get Hasheem Thabeet from UConn, a 7'3" guy, raw offensively, green offensively, but stellar defensively in terms of being able to block shots and being an imposing presence on that.